I'm Paige, age 30. I'm single and I mostly work from home. I work from home, which is getting common nowadays. Well, my job isn't that cool though. My brother, Miles, who's 2 years younger than me, is an ordinary office worker, but he's actually going to get married. He's only dated her for 3 months, and his wife-to-be, Samantha, is 8 years older than him. Yeah, turns out they met at a matchmaking party. Mommy Penny explained to me as she bit into a steamed bun. It's not like I'm against the idea of meeting someone at a matchmaking party, and I'm completely fine with her being older, but... She sighed. Considering how quickly they got married, the 8 years age gap, the matchmaking party, if it happens one at a time, it's understandable. But when these 3 things happen at the same time, it's kind of questionable. But if Miles chooses to marry her, we won't say anything about his decision and wife-to-be. Both Mom and I were happy as long as Miles will have a happy marriage. But at our family meeting, we found out that Samantha, who was going to be my little sister-in-law, despite being older, and her mother, were actually crazy people. I'm Samantha. I'm Holly, Sammy's mother. Samantha and Holly both bowed towards us as a greeting. I heard that her parents had a divorce, so her father wasn't there. Nice to meet you. I'm Paige. I'm Miles' big sister. It was our turn to introduce ourselves, so I bowed in return. Then Holly said to me, Paige, are you still single? Have you thought about getting married? Oh, yes, sadly. I still haven't met the one yet. Oh my, you're still single at 30. I feel sorry for you. Holly, who would be my brother's mother-in-law, looked down on me, forgetting about how old her own daughter was. If she feels sorry for me, how does she feel about Samantha, who's just getting married for the first time at the age of 36? I guess it's because today is our first family meeting. She was dressed up in a way to make her look young. She's 8 years older than Miles, so I guess she wants to look as young as possible. Rather than trying to look young, I think it's better to wear something that fits her age. Oops, it's like I'm bullying my sister-in-law even before her marriage. I have to be careful. Miles chose her as his wife. Prejudice is bad, Paige. Unaware of what I was thinking in my mind, Samantha started talking. You should also try hard to get married, like what I used to do. You can find matchmaking parties all over the place nowadays. I participated in more than 300 parties every year held in this area. Whoa, okay. What I was surprised about was her bold personality, telling her partner's family about her marriage process without feeling embarrassed, although it was true that they met each other at these parties. I let out a dry laugh. I usually stay at home, so I feel intimidated at these fancy parties. You stay at home? Paige, don't you have to go to work? I don't have to go to work. Actually, Then Samantha cut my sentence short and laughed. Huh? You stay at home all the time and don't even have a job? You're a jobless nerd! No, Gosh, I can't believe a jobless nerd is becoming my sister-in-law. How can she call her future sister-in-law a jobless nerd? I was shocked and at a loss of words. Hey, by the way, why is your grandfather not here today? I wanted to meet the living national treasure in person. Yes, my grandpa is actually a great person. He's a doll craftsman, and he's very well known in the industry. His skills were recognized, and now he's approved as the living national treasure. I really respect my grandpa. I admire him, and I hope I can be a great person like him one day. So, I should feel happy that Samantha wanted to meet my grandpa, but, judging from how she said that, I only feel like she's just curious and wanted to meet a famous person, although she actually wasn't that interested. I'm sorry. Miles' grandfather is getting old, so it's hard for him to go outside. But he told us he'd participate in your wedding no matter what. Both of his grandparents are very excited. I think you'll get to meet him then. I'm so proud that I'll be relatives with a living national treasure, Holly said as she puffed out her chest. He's a living national treasure. A national treasure, the treasure of the country. Paige, do you understand that? She doesn't have to tell me. I'm completely aware. I was already growing tired of Samantha's and Holly's behavior, so I could only nod with a lukewarm half-smile. If we become relatives with the living national treasure, we're basically a celebrity too. I have to act like one from now on. A celebrity. Celebriteer. Celebritist. Sign celeb, cosine celeb, tangent celeb. The beginning of my celebrity life of a celebrity for a celebrity. Oh, Mom, you're so excited. But knowing we'll have a jobless nerd as our relative as well, I feel it kind of breaks even. I made eye contact with Mom and sighed, making sure they didn't see us. We thought we'd just calmly watch over them if Miles decided to marry her, but we're starting to get worried. I couldn't hold in my worry that was rising in my heart. 3 months later. After 3 months, the worry I've started to feel was getting larger, rather than shrinking down. Huh? They're gonna hold their wedding at Panny Panny Hotel? I was surprised when I heard it from Mommy Penny. The reason was because it was a pricey hotel that's famous for being the most expensive in this area. If they're having their wedding there, it would cost twice as much as an ordinary wedding. Yeah, and they said they wanted to invite around 300 guests. You know, we have a lot of elites we know who are friends with Grandpa. Looks like Samantha wants to invite all those elites to their wedding. To match the number, she also wants to invite the same number of her friends and relatives. I guess she wants to appear that she became relatives with the living national treasure and hopes to get close to the elites if possible. But holding a wedding at Panny Panny Hotel that holds 300 people? Where are they getting the money from? I doubt Miles has so much saved up. About that, they say that we should pay for the wedding. Huh? I was so surprised. That's unfair. I think we should persuade them to hold a wedding that they can afford. Holly thinks they'll be able to cover for the expenses using gift money they'll receive at the wedding. Considering their position, I bet the elites would pay quite an amount for the gift money, but depending on that to hold their wedding is wrong. I completely agreed to what Mommy Penny said. Plus, Samantha was adding many extra options to make the wedding even fancier. I heard she chose a fancy, extravagant dress as well. The living national treasure is coming to our wedding. I can't wear a cheap-looking dress. We'll serve the best food. We have to serve the elites with absolutely delicious dishes. I'll change into 8 different dresses. With my gorgeous dresses, I'll entertain everyone at the wedding. Mommy Penny and I could only bury our heads in our arms. It seemed like Miles had no control over her choices because of the 8-year age gap, and it was clear that there was nothing he could do to stop her. Mommy Penny tried her best to have a discussion with Holly, but Dad stopped her.
We'll tell them that we won't pay for their wedding more than necessary as his parents. That's it. We'll just tell them that. They're full-grown adults. If they want to hold a wedding they dream of, we shouldn't butt in. Even if they end up with a deficit, it's their own responsibility.
My dad usually jokes around, but in these situations, he makes bold claims with a calm attitude. Mommy Penny followed what he said and decided not to tell Miles and Samantha about her opinions. Of course, I didn't butt in either. First of all, for Samantha and Holly, I'm just a jobless nerd who they can look down on. So I bet they wouldn't listen even if I tried to tell them anything. Since that first meeting, there hasn't been a chance to meet with her in person, but what should I do? As they prepared for the wedding, I was feeling more and more worried. But when the wedding was just around the corner, something that I couldn't stay silent about happened. That day, when I was working at home, we received a phone call. Yes? Hello? Oh, I knew you would be home. I knew you would answer because you're a jobless nerd. It was Samantha, my brother's wife-to-be, on the phone. Looking down on me before giving me a proper greeting, she really lacks common sense. I tried my best to keep my calm. Yes, I'm always at home. And what do you want? Miles is at work right now. I know. A normal person with a job would be at their office at this hour. The person I want to talk to you is you, Paige. I actually have a favor to ask you about our wedding that's coming up. You're not invited. Huh? I was surprised to hear her suddenly tell me that. Why? Then Samantha answered, Isn't it obvious? It's because you're a jobless nerd. Not only that, a living treasure is invited to our wedding. Many elites and my relatives, as well as friends, are coming. So it would be a huge problem if they found out that the groom's older sister is a jobless nerd. So I want you to act like you suddenly got sick or something and be absent from our wedding. It sounds kind of bad if the groom's sister can't come, but it's way better than having a jobless nerd at our wedding. Samantha told me not to come to their wedding because I was a jobless nerd. What a huge misunderstanding. No matter whether I go to your wedding or not, it doesn't change the fact that I'm Miles' real sister. And I'm not a jobless nerd. Yes, I bet you're gonna call yourself a housemaid or something, but that's the same thing. I would love to remove your name from the guest list, but I can't do that, so I'll just ask for you to be absent. All right. I get what she's thinking now. Does your mother Holly feel the same? Of course! It was my mom who told us not to invite a jobless nerd in the first place. A jobless nerd is not our relative. Don't invite her to the wedding. Oh, okay. Then I'll be absent. Good thing that you understand. Oh, and don't you ever tell this to your parents. Understood? Yep. I answered honestly and hung up. Oh, what an honest person I am. As she hoped, I'll be absent from their wedding. But I don't know what would be waiting for them after that. And it was finally the day of their wedding. But as Samantha and Holly hoped, I was going to be absent from the wedding. I didn't want my parents to worry, so I told Mom, I have something to do, so I'll be late. She looked like she wanted to ask me questions, but I kept silent on purpose. And when I was enjoying some tea at home, Holly, Samantha's mom, called me. Paige, where are you now? She's calling the phone installed in my house, so how come she doesn't know where I am? At home? What's wrong? I won't be going to the wedding, like you asked, so I was just relaxing at home. No, please come here right away. I need you to participate. Oh? I guess the thing I expected actually happened in real life. But I pretended like I had no idea and asked, Huh? Why? I thought it would look bad if there's a jobless nerd sitting at the relatives' table for the groom. I thought you were the one who said that. That's because I didn't know. I didn't know you were the heir of your grandfather, the living national treasure. Yes, I'm training hard to craft dolls at home every day, as the heir of my grandfather, a doll craftsman. I'm still a newbie compared to my grandfather, who is now approved as a living national treasure. But the dolls I've crafted have been getting some positive feedback recently, and I'm starting to secure my position as his heir. My grandfather's friends who are invited to Miles's wedding obviously know about me, so it's clear that they'll be angry once they figure out that I was banned from the wedding. But something feels off. That's what I thought. I haven't told anyone about Samantha giving me a call the other day. No one should know about how they banned me from their wedding. I expected this to happen at a much later stage, but I wonder why it happened so early. I was wondering why, so when I asked Holly, it was revealed that it was completely her fault. When Grandma and Grandpa arrived at the Panny Panny Hotel, Holly went to greet them, wanting to grow close to the living national treasure. Wow, I'm very glad that my daughter got to be relatives with you. I'm Holly, Samantha's mother. I hope you and your friends can take good care of us.
Okay. By the way, where's my grandchild?
Huh? Oh, Miles. Miles is...
No, I'm talking about Paige. It's a great opportunity to introduce Paige to my friends and clients.
Actually, I heard Paige isn't feeling well. She should have just stayed silent, but it slipped out from her mouth. But you shouldn't worry too much about that jobless nerd.
What?
You would embarrass yourself if you had a jobless nerd as a relative, despite being a living national treasure. Maybe this is a good opportunity to cut ties with her. Then my grandpa got furious.
What are you saying? Paige is the heir of my doll crafts. She's learning the skills hard every day. But you call her a jobless nerd? Does that mean I'm a jobless nerd too?
So I need you to come right now. If you can come here, I think your grandfather, the living national treasure, would also calm down. So please come here right away. Nope. I thought I'd just hang up, but I smiled and said to her, "Yep, I'll be on my way. Wait for me." I did plan on going there later, and now that the bride's mother is asking me to come, I had to go there, right? Oh, what an honest person I am. When I arrived at the wedding hall, it was already a huge mess. My grandparents' friends were all wanting to leave, and the relatives were also getting ready to go home. The reception was especially a mess. Everyone wanted to leave before attending the wedding, so they're making a long line, trying to get their gift money back. The receptionist was panicking with all the complaints, but it's understandable that they wouldn't want to pay any gift money now that they won't be participating in the wedding, no longer wanting to celebrate. Wait, everyone! Don't go home! The wedding is just about to start! Holly was trying to stop the guests from going home, but there was no way that they were listening to her. Then Holly approached me after she found me watching all the chaos with a smirk. "Oh, Paige, thank you for coming. Please stop them from leaving." But I ignored Holly and took away the mic the MC was holding. Ahem. Mic test. Test.
Oh, Paige! What's going on?
Grandpa yelled. Everyone, thank you for gathering for Miles' wedding day. But I'm not invited to this wedding, so I'll just greet all of you before the wedding starts.
What? You were called a jobless nerd and banned from this wedding? Is that all true?
Very true. This is the proof. I played the recording I brought. It's common for the phone to have a recording function to prevent crimes involving scam calls. I had quickly recorded the call I received from Samantha the other day. Isn't it obvious? It's because you're a jobless nerd. It's going to be a huge problem if they find out that the groom's older sister is a jobless nerd. It sounds kind of bad if the groom's sister can't come, but it's way better than having a jobless nerd at our wedding. Oh, no. Now that their problematic actions were revealed, both Samantha and Holly started trembling. I was happy if I can congratulate my brother's marriage from the shadows, but it looks like the wedding would be canceled as a whole. Maybe the marriage itself might be canceled too. Then all the guests, including Grandpa, shifted their stares to Miles, the groom. Miles screamed, unable to endure the cold stares.
I'm gonna cancel this wedding!
No way! What's gonna happen to my daughter then? How about the gift money? How about the living national treasure? I have no idea. Okay, everyone, please line up at the reception outside. The wedding is canceled, so we'll return you the gift money. Oh, as an apology for wasting your time and money for coming here, we'll have them take responsibility and compensate, so please wait a moment. Seeing the guests make a line in front of the reception waiting to get their gift money back, Holly and Samantha were crying, unable to care less about the people watching them. After that, their marriage was obviously canceled, but they had to pay for the wedding expenses at the expensive hotel, even if they canceled the wedding altogether. So they decided to split the bill equally between Miles and Samantha. They could have paid for it using the gift money, but no luck there, huh? Miles was reluctant about having to pay for it as well, but Dad scolded him.
It's your fault for choosing a woman like her. It's your responsibility for not being able to stop her crazy choices. You better pay thinking it as a good experience.
Miles was able to pay using up all of his savings, but Samantha had no savings at all, so she had to go in debt with Holly. Gosh, I can't believe she was trying to get married without any savings in her bank account. I'm glad someone like her didn't end up becoming my sister-in-law. As always, I'm trying hard to craft dolls so that I can become a professional as soon as possible. I'll become an even more skilled doll craftsman than my grandpa one day, and I hope to be approved as a living national treasure too. I'll work hard.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!